So today I want to share with you one piece of apologetics that I really enjoy. And apologetics is the defending of faith with reason. It comes from the word apologia. And we can see the use of the word apologia in 1 Peter 3:15, which off the head says, "And in your heart revere Christ as Lord. Always be prepared to give a reason to anyone who asks you for the hope that you have, and do this with gentleness and kindness." And so giving reasons for the hope that you have is what apologetics is getting at. And so we give reasons for the hope that we have. We give reasons for our faith. We defend it with reasons. And one of the reasons I really love goes to arguments for the creation of the world, how God created the heavens and the earth, how he created space, matter, and time. And the reason that this is true, we know that the world came into existence. And if it comes into existence, it therefore requires a cause to come into existence. What made it come into existence? There was no time, space, and matter. There was nothing. So what made time, space, and matter? Why did it come into existence? Something was intelligent enough, powerful enough, and personal enough to make a decision to create space, matter, and time. And at that point in which our universe began, something caused that. And that's what science says. That's what the Bible says. They both conform. And if we know that the Bible is true, and if we expect to see that the Bible is true, then we would assume the world would reflect that. You know, the Bible makes it clear that in the book of Romans, the earth, everything, we can see that the heaven and earth is created. His divine nature is revealed through creation. We can know from one of the Psalms that the heavens declare the glory of God. So that's what the Bible says, and science agrees. Science currently assumes the Big Bang Theory, that time, space, and matter came into existence at one point in our history. So the Bible is true, and science conforms to it. Science agrees, as we would expect. But some people deny this. Some people clearly see that if the universe began, it therefore requires a cause, and that cause would be God. There's no other, and if we keep pushing it back, if we say something else caused it, well then what caused that thing? Then what caused that thing? No matter how far you push it back, it ends up at God. And some people see that, and they know that if the universe began, it would therefore require a cause, and that would be God. So they take the position that the universe did not begin. The universe has always been. Time has always existed, meaning time is infinite. And the piece of apologetics that I love to share is against that issue. Is time infinite? Is that possible? That introduces what we call an infinite regression. And it is impossible for an infinite regression to occur. So let me explain it like this. People say time never began. Time has always existed. You could go back an infinite amount of time, and time will have always been there. It never began, and something that doesn't begin does not require a cause. We say the same thing about God. God never began, so he doesn't require a cause. That's why he is the causeless cause. He is the first cause. And so they claim that about time. Very good. So time never began, and it's infinite. So let's just go back. Let's just go back as far as we can go. Infinite amount of time, right? Let's just go back. We're all the way back in the past. Now, I'm here giving this video. How much time needs to pass between how far we went back, how far we are, all the way back then? How much time needs to pass from then to get to here now, to get to the time we're in right now? Infinite. There needs to be an infinite amount of time that passes in order to arrive here. Because if you go back as far as you can go, which will never stop, you just go back, how much time needs to elapse in the world for you to arrive at this moment where you're watching this video? An infinite amount of time, because it never began. It's all the way back there. So, can you ever arrive at this moment in time where I am giving you this video? No, because if you pass 100,000 years, 100,000 years passes towards this event, towards this time where I'm giving this video, 100,000 years passes. How much time is left for you to arrive at you watching this video? An infinite amount of time. You will never arrive at the moment you are in right now because time is infinite. You need to pass through an infinite amount of time before you can arrive at this moment. And when you pass through an infinite amount of time, do you know how much time is left until you arrive at this moment? An infinite. You will never arrive here. It is impossible. That is called an infinite regression, where the sheer fact of infinity prevents it from being real. It is impossible for it to occur. You will never get through an infinite amount of time to arrive where we are. So that's the first thought. The second thought, on the same line of the impossibility of an infinite regression, right? So time never began. Time has always been. It never began. It's infinite. It just keeps occurring, has occurred, and keeps going on. Okay, we know through science, cause and effect. That's what I was sharing before. Anything that comes into effect has a cause. Well, right now, I'm giving an effect. There's an effect. I am making a video. So what is the cause that resulted in this video? Well, the cause is I got in my car. Okay, that's the effect. The effect is I got in my car. Now, what caused me to get in my car? I woke up. What caused me to wake up? I was born. You can just keep going. There's everything that is in effect has a cause for it being in effect. Very good. So now we have the issue of infinite regression. Everything requires a cause that comes into effect. So in order for me, right now I'm giving a video. In order for me to arrive at me giving a video, how many things have to occur before I give this video? An infinite. Because time is infinite. That means actions are infinite. That means there's an infinite amount of causes. And that means you have to go back to get to here, you have to go back an infinite amount of causes. And so when you go through 100,000 causes, how many more causes will you have left before you arrive at this video I'm making? Infinite. And when you go through an infinite amount of causes, how much will you have left before you arrive at me giving this video? Infinite. You will never arrive at me giving this video according to science theory of cause and effect, that every effect requires a cause, because infinite regression is impossible. So if time is infinite, if the universe never began, then you will never arrive at this moment. It is an impossibility, because there has to be an infinite amount of causes that occurs, because time is infinite. It just goes on forever, meaning causes go on forever before you arrive at this one. So clearly, through science confirms it, the Bible confirms it, we know it, that time is not infinite. The universe did begin. The universe does have a cause. It did come into existence at one point in time. Maybe the Big Bang Theory is a good theory, is the right answer. Maybe it's not. Maybe in the future we learn, no, the Big Bang Theory was a good guess. But the Big Bang Theory, it's actually just a black hole spitting everything out that it was sucking in. That's what people go to. Oh, maybe it was a black hole. Like, no reason they go there. But let's say we do discover reasons and evidence for that it was just a black hole that exploded. Very good. So that's cause and effect. Now we'd have to ask, what caused the black hole? So no matter how far you bring it back, there has to be a cause that brought everything into effect. And you will eventually arrive at the first cause, the uncaused cause. That is God. He is the one who created space, matter, and time, because he is intelligent, powerful enough, and personal enough to make decisions. He doesn't reside in time. He created time. He's not made of matter. He made matter. He's not within a space. He created space. And so that is the apologetics for infinite regression, against infinite regression. It is impossible for time to be infinite. It is impossible for there to be an infinite amount of causes and effects, because you will never arrive at the moment you are in right now. You will never arrive. It is an impossibility. The sheer fact of infinity means that you will never arrive here. You will always have an infinite amount of time or an infinite amount of causes left to go through. I really love that one. It's great in philosophy. It shows that the reality of infinite, while it can be used in theory of math, when we apply it to the world, it is an impossibility in time and in actions and in the way it occurs. And so I hope you enjoy that. That's infinite regression against the infinity of time or space or matter. And yeah, hopefully you can use it and you can give reasons for the hope that you have, and do it with gentleness and do it with kindness. Thanks.